back into society. You are faced with a lot of obstacles, but all in all, things are happening, door opportunities are opening up for them out of the program. I guess as a result of the structure that is in place to give the comfort and the assurance to employers and families that there is a backup, there is a support system that can help them in the event of a situations or what have you. So as the guys and them rightfully say, they had an interview this week here and the week before, but this interview was positive. We have already, a matter of fact, about 5 of them went into the interview. 3 of them was selected. So this week here, 3 of them would be starting a new job. What we try to do is get good jobs for them, and I try to avoid certain types of employment, to avoid being exposed to certain kind of elements. So we look for specific jobs that could help them be more stable and focus in getting their lives back together, because families on in the US sometimes we want to come back and meet with them, spend time with them, their children, etc. So the owners has be a lot on the organization to ensure those things put in place, because sometimes immediately a spouse or children may want to come and meet with their father in a month's time after deportation. So we just have to speed up the process. What I could tell you now is that we have been successful recently with a program out of the United States United Nations program, and we have been granted over 25 acres of land, which was concrete on last week Friday. So we are leased to us, not owned,
right.
And we are expected by the end of the month to be starting some serious agricultural program. We have gotten funding to start the program for the first year from the United Nations. You'll hear more of that. So there's a lot of things taking place. What we have managed to already concretize is 2 groceries, and we are expecting to speak with the Hotel Association and other prominent business places and to participate, to get involved in the whole rehabilitation trust, because if they should say to us, look, we want so much and so much a ton of baigan or cucumber, lettuce or what have you, the guys can then produce that. So we are looking to link with things like the orphan home, the hospitals, even the prison to a certain degree, and provide some of the crops they produce from that particular land. That will in itself provide employment for those guys who are unemployed, as well as this 1 or 2 corporations have already said to us, look, they will grant us a spot in the market, so those guys can also sell some of the crops in the market, and as well able to earn an income.
You see that good thing I insisted that you come, because
no, well, you see that
things that you have now on stream, and so what
people need to know.
People need to know. So Vision and Mission, apart from becoming self-sufficient, you will also be able to be of national importance, where you could actually now supply the national community with certain.
Yes, definitely.
And the new facility that you plan to build, how many persons will it be able to cater for?
Well, we already identified a particular facility, and a matter of fact that the facility we first put to the government in Central, well, the lands that we received is actually a couple of blocks away from the facility. So if we get the approval of that facility, then things will be much easier for operation for Vision and Mission, because at Champlain, the place is supposed to only accommodate 16% maximum. We are 32, right? We are 32, so even in the night we just have to put out beds to accommodate, for some of them to rest and so forth, and then to make with food are concerned, to meet all the ends. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task, and I would like to say you know, I would want the support of the corporate Trinidad, you know, to buy into this specific project,